Good afternoon. I'm Wallace Allen. This is Empire Talks Back. Today we're going to get a chance to talk to a young man who's very involved with what I think is one of the most exciting programs in the Inland Empire. It's called YouthBuild, and we're going to meet the rich Wallace. I'm the poor Wallace. The rich Wallace will be here right after this short break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Good afternoon. I'm still Wallace Allen, but you're going to get a chance to meet the rich Wallace of the Inland Empire. His first name is Rich, his last name is Wallace, but he is indeed a rich man.
And so are you, sir. So glad to have you invite me out today.
Knowing you is what makes me feel very wealthy, because I understand the type of work that you're doing. You're involved with our young people. You're involved with teaching them to be self-sufficient.
Yes, sir. We have a business school. It's called the Chamber of Commerce Business Academy, which is our YouthBuild component, which we actually take young people in from 16 to 30 at-risk children or kids that are aged out of high school or that are trying to get their high school diploma, that are looking for an alternate, different type of education.
So you call it the Chamber Business School. Now you're affiliated with
YouthBuild. YouthBuild International is our program that we have under the academy. So YouthBuild is which gives us the ability to actually give the young people a high school diploma. We're an accredited high school, so they actually get a high school diploma. We have a prom and all of these type of things that normally go on in any other school. It's just that these young people have either aged out or they're looking for a different way of teaching. So our teaching is interactive. We have production classes, we have music classes, we have a construction class. So not only are we teaching the people to become good citizens and good employees, but we're teaching them how to start their own business. So we're looking at putting out entrepreneurs by the thousands.
So tell us a little bit about the average day that a student goes through there at YouthBuild. Where's the school located?
The school is downtown San Bernardino on 4th Street. It's 570 West 4th Street. The average student, they come to us with different needs. They may have a certain amount of credits that they need. Some may only need a few credits. Some got all the way to high school and all the way to the 12th grade and just didn't complete those last two classes that they need. So they'll come to us and we'll pull up their transcripts and we'll put them in those classes that they need, and then we'll offer them classes that will be able to help them be able to turn into a business person or to get them ready for college if they've fallen behind. So we help them get that way. We have a unique relationship with Valley College and also some black universities across the country that we're getting them into Howard University and Clark University and those type of things.
Tell us a little bit about the relationship with Valley College.
Great relationship we have with Valley College. Our students can graduate from YouthBuild and roll right in, and at YouthBuild they can take college classes while they're still in high school with us to be able to get a head start so that they are familiar with college. A lot of these young people here are not familiar with just high school. So you're adding high school and college and business and all of this in, but we make it interesting so it's interactive so the kids are involved. It's not just sitting there and reading a book. So it's definitely one-on-one. There's a lot of one-on-one, and it's a family. YouthBuild is a family. So the kids come to school, they're excited about being there. We have a great music class that every trimester they create a video. We have a great TV production classes that they're getting in. So they're talking about we're beginning to write plays.
TV production.
TV production. So we're doing.
So we've got some potential interns over there.
Yes, sir. You have great opportunity to have some interns. We're turning them out now. In fact, our trimester will end at the end of March and begin back up in April. So we have interns.
Who do you reach out to for your production interns?
Well,
for your TV interns in specific.
In Pacific,
I'm asking that because I don't think I've been notified here, and I want to jam you right here
Right
on
here on the
international
spot.
TV. Let
Yeah.
people know that we're willing to take some of your interns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dee Goin is our executive director of the school.
Okay.
So she would be your contact person, and you can get her at d@youthbuild.gov.
Did you see the buck pass by me? Did you see the buck pass by? You're not passing the buck to Dee Goins now.
Yeah. So Dee is our executive director, and
Is she going to be on the show here later on today?
she's not going to make it today. They sent me. They figured I would be the sacrificial lamb.
I'm still going to hold you accountable for getting some interns over to Rialto Network so that we can utilize the experience you've given them and show them another level
We
of
would
experience.
love to have that,
And let's prepare them so that they can move on to the big time so that they can become the kind of alumni that will send money back to your school.
I think it's going to be a great partnership. So we'll definitely see about working on that and making that happen. I believe
Very
it's going to
good.
be a great
Very
partnership.
good. So what are some of the other programs that you do? When we say youth build, one of the first things you think about is construction, which is great, but that's building something. We are really talking about building the youth.
Yeah, that's
where they're-
YouthBuild is a construction school. Our
Okay.
main focus, but our main focus is building their bodies, is getting them their minds changed through the Chamber of Commerce. We take them out to special luncheons and dinners and banquets, so that they're familiar with table settings. We have a chef that comes in and teaches them how to cook, nutrition, and they also talk to them about buying groceries. How do you buy for a month?
Now,
when you-
this is in general class. This is
These
not
are-
a special culinary class.
No, this is a general class. It's called home ec. We went back
Okay.
to home ecs when
My
we were in
goodness.
school.
Yeah, now I remember that.
So,
Yes, okay.
because it's basic stuff. It's
But
high
what about
school.
culinary? I thought
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
are you with the culinary
We are
classes yet? Or
yeah,
are you
we
moving
have
into
we
that?
have a culinary school that we're working with out in the Los Angeles area that we can transfer them into, because this is a high school.
Yes.
We're basic, bottom line, 16 to 30. Get the basic stuff that you need to be able to take yourself to the next level, and we want to get you to that point, and then we want to pass you off like in a relay so that you will be able to go with a more professional person in a culinary school. But some people just want to learn how to cook for their families. We have mothers with children, and we want to give them the right type of diet to feed these children so that they'll be able to do that. And then how to shop for groceries. I mean, it's an amazing thing. A lot of people don't know how to shop.
Take a note. That's the first rule when you go shopping is take a note.
Take a
because
note.
if you don't take a list,
Yeah.
you're going to end up buying a whole bunch of stuff.
Exactly.
Or at least looking at it and then maybe have to give it back.
Well,
at
that's
the
one of the
cash
things.
register.
One of the things that we talk about in our chamber business
I should have
class.
taken that class.
Yeah, is at our Chamber of Commerce in the business class that they have. They talk about budgeting, and they say all the time, "Have you been to the store and you had to put something back?" That means you didn't create a budget before you
Before you
left.
went, right.
You have to have a list. You have to know what you're going after, and then you utilize that to say, not only do you know what you need to know what you're going after in the grocery store, you need to know what you're going after in life. So where are you going to be taking your life? What is your next move? You want to go to college? Oh, I want to be this. Okay, how do you back yourself up from being a fireman to all the way back to what schools you have to take, to what this you have to do, to what this, to be able to get to that end result. So we talk about end results in the high school frame because we're dealing with young adults and they're dealing with the world. Some are homeless, some have situations at home that you and I can only imagine how bad it can be. But they still get up and they come to school, and that school needs to be a positive outlet to let them know that there is a way out.
Approximately how many students do we have?
We have 40 students in class and another 55 that do independent study. And those independent study students have jobs and these kind of things, families, and they can't get to school. We're hoping to be opening up a daycare pretty soon. That way those mothers can come and bring their kids, and we'll utilize that as some training facilities as well.
You mentioned backing up from being a fireman, supposing that someone has the goal of being a fireman.
Mm-hmm.
And philosophically, you're telling people, see yourself in that position and then back yourself to where you are, and that helps describe the steps you need to go through to get there.
To get there.
Very good.
Yeah, without a doubt. You need to know the steps that you need. If it's like an event planner. The event planner for a wonderful event, you need to know, okay, the outcome is this. Great.
And how do I
Now,
get
How
there?
do I get there? So we got to go, okay, what is the week before? The week before. the week before. Then you start setting deadlines and times. Say, I'm at this point, so in 2 weeks I need to have this done and that done. And if you don't, you have to back yourself up, and then you have to get into time management, which is another class that we teach at the school. Time management is very, very important. People don't realize, if you spend 6 hours a day, watching another program,
Right.
watch this one now. But if you're stuck there and playing the video games, you're losing time. And losing time, you're losing money, because time don't come back.
But we can replace that time. It'll be this time again tomorrow.
It won't be
at
this
4
time.
o'clock.
It'll be another time.
Oh my goodness.
That time's gone.
It takes a while to realize
Yeah.
that day doesn't come back
It
around.
don't come
Just
back.
because Tuesday comes back
Yeah,
around again,
yeah, that's a different Tuesday.
it's a different Tuesday, and it's 7 days later.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes, sir.
amazing. You keep mentioning chamber.
Yes, sir.
Now, that's your other arm that has, just
Yeah.
like your 2 arms here,
Yeah.
has a body between them.
Yeah.
Your arm with
Yeah,
YouthBuild and
And the
Southern
Chamber of
California Chamber, Black Chamber of Commerce. You're right in the middle of those two. How does the chamber work with the school and vice versa?
Well, the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce has 12 chapters from the desert to the sea, from Barstow all the way down through San Bernardino, two in the inland cities, east and west, one out in Pasadena, San Gabriel Valley, one in
Now, that's not
Hollywood,
going to make it
Pomona.
harder for me to get my interns over here, is it?
No, it's going to make it easier, because
Okay.
you can get them from all over the place. That's the great thing about it. So they can come from the desert to the sea. So as we, with the chamber, wanting to educate our small business people, realizing that people as you and I still could use training in our business, we needed to start at an earlier age. So the chamber went into the YouthBuild Academy and began to build a classroom. And then before that, we took over the YouthBuild Academy, and now it's a chamber school, and the business classes and the corporate connection that the chamber has brings that back to the school. And we have a great thing in February where we're doing at the San Bernardino County Museum. Unfortunately, it'll be done by March 2nd. Well, we have Charles Bibb's artwork, and the kids help put that together. They
Some
call the
21
artists.
African-American artists, I understand,
Yes,
that
sir.
have their works displayed, choreographed by Mr. Charles
Mr.
Bibb.
Charles Bibb, under the supervision
That's
of
at the
Southern
San
California.
Bernardino County Museum.
Yes.
I don't know, probably, that goes on through when? March 30th?
March 2nd.
March 2nd.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they will have missed that by the time we air this program.
Yeah.
But that's too bad. Well,
It'll be back next year.
Be back
So it's
next
every
year.
February. We will have a different artist next year, and we will be sponsoring that. We're going to be doing a film festival in October in Pomona.
and you're involved in a jazz program on the 29th of March at
Yes.
San Bernardino Valley College. Can't tell you who all of the acts are at this time, but I understand that Panther is one of them, possibly Hugh Hewitt,
Yes.
Howard Hewitt.
Yeah.
And there's a local organization led by Mr. Anthony Garcia, the Mood Master, and they will be playing also. You can call the chamber and see about those tickets. A little surprised look on your face, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Because we
I'm
just
with
got
it.
the word on that this
Yeah.
morning,
Yeah.
and that is going to be taking
Yeah.
place March 29th at Valley College. And you can check with me about those tickets, and you can check again at YouthBuild.
Well, we're excited about that for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So, with the chamber, YouthBuild, working together, what is the vision for the future? It sounds like a great opportunity.
It is. It's the vision, and people ask all the time, well, what is the vision? What are your goals? We have several. Because we're dealing with young bodies and young minds, is first of all, straighten them out. Get them thinking the right way and believing that they are powerful as they are. Once that's done, get them the education. People say all the time that education is this, and education and knowledge is power. I believe that engagement is power, because you can have knowledge, and if you don't engage, you have no power. So we get them to engage the power that they have and the strength with whatever it is in the streets. We turn that around into a positive tool and make these young people understand where they need to be in the political arena and the business arena. So because those are the people that we need to run our country. So not that, and there's a lot.
Building youth for the future.
Building youth for the future.
We'll talk about that a bit more right after this short break. This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen, speaking to Rich Wallace of the YouthBuild program in the city of San Bernardino and his association with the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, sir.
We'll be right back.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
We're back. I'm Wallace Allen. We're speaking with Rich Wallace, the CEO, director of YouthBuild.
The chancellor.
The chancellor.
Yes, sir.
No chance that things will go wrong with you in charge. You've been with them since
July. We took over the school. Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce took over the school in July of 2018.
And what are some of the specific changes that took place as a result of your
As
takeover?
a basic construction format, MC3 program, we kept that, but we twisted it more into a basic wood shop. They were trying to teach at-risk kids how to build houses, and we felt that they needed to learn how to build breadboards and smaller items so that, you know, every trimester they've got something to take home. Remember with the wood shop days that at the end of the period you had something and your parents probably still have it in the garage somewhere, that breadboard or that ashtray that you made. So the young people today we feel need instant gratification. So they're planning on mapping out a house and all of that. They're still there, but we take them through a basic woodshop class, same as we do our home economic classes and those type of things, and teaching basic.
One of the things that I keep suggesting, and I don't know if it's for the basic comfort of existing business owners and people who are having small issues at home, I'm wondering to what extent YouthBuild and their young people can perform as handymen through the community as they learn different aspects of construction.
Yeah, we have a construction teacher. We have a construction license that the kids work under, and our instructor is a licensed construction
General
person,
contractor.
general contractor. So we can, and we have done in the past, where we've retrofitted houses and these type of things. The funding for that usually comes through some government agency or something like that, because if we get them out, what we're trying to do is encourage them and use them as paid interns or have them go out, and we work with carpenter unions and different things like that. So we constantly are trying to tie up with different unions. There is a situation because we are dealing with at-risk kids. Sometimes it's a little tough to get them to see that light. But once, man, I tell you, you may have 20 of them out there and 8 of them, 9, 10 of them walk away, but you see the light in that 1 or 2 that get how to lay carpet and how they can make a living at just laying carpet, putting up sheetrock and these type of things, that they could start a business just by doing nothing but putting up sheetrock.
My father was a contractor, a bricklayer, a mason, and he was constantly showing and bringing young people into the business, generally as laborers, and sometimes the laborer would decide, wow, there's a big difference between the hourly on a bricklayer and the hourly on a laborer. And some of them would get into the apprenticeship trade. But my father reminded me that there was a time when he was an apprentice, they were paying him like $0.25 an hour. Of course, I don't know, that may have been back in 1040 when that quarter was worth a lot. What is your relationship with apprenticeship programs?
We have tried a few in the past. We're opening up. We are open for apprenticeship programs that would benefit the students. We always have to look at how it's going to benefit the student. We're not trying to pass out free labor. And the kids today...
Well, not a way to not pass out free labor is to pay them.
Yeah, and exactly. And that's just where I was going with that. Because the kids today want to get paid. Because some of our
the kids of yesterday wanted to get paid. The kids of today and tomorrow
and some
want
of our
to get
kids
paid.
have given up big payrolls in their mind, because we've talked to them and told them that short money is not loan money, and that street money that they will make in $500 or $600 every 4 or 5 hours in the street to come in here and do this.
You know, I've heard that rumor, but I haven't seen too many people who are really rolling like that.
Well, they spend, you know, the thing of it is, I owned a bunch of restaurants at one time, and we do $7-8 million a year. But I tell people all the time, yeah, I did $8 million a year, but it cost me $8,002 to do it. So I'm $2 in the hole every time you look around. You know, yeah, I made $8 million, but it's here or there. Yeah,
that's right. So there is a cost of doing business.
There's a cost of doing business.
I'm looking at the idea that we have a community of people who need things done, and we're going to pay someone to do them. Many times the people that we pay, cousin, nephew, shade tree, don't really do that great a job. Right. The fact that your youth have a general contractor associated with them makes me feel like, I don't know, Rich, you know, the funding from those guys, maybe my community can fund you. Maybe our community can realize that fixing the steps is something that we need to do. And just because you don't know how to do it, maybe a phone call to your organization might, and it's tie into some hourly situation, and if the kids are the ones doing it, splitting the money so that they get part of that. Rich, I'm volunteering myself and several other people to be available to you to see if we cannot help monetize the efforts of the kids in a way that benefits them financially. Because this is what America is about.
This
I don't understand how we, like in basketball, how we want to have these guys play college basketball, make billions of dollars for the college sports industry, and not get paid. To me, that's un-American to do that. To talk about paying apprentices at 25 cents an hour or $5 an hour when we're making much more money than that is kind of disturbing. So to cut across that and understand that a handyman can do a lot of work as long as each element of that work is less than what, $500 now? Something like that. So they don't have to have a general contractor's license to do a lot of work. They just have to have a mind that knows how to split the work up.
Exactly.
So that it can be done by them. And in small chunks, I get to see how well you do the work.
Exactly.
And so if you're doing well, we can keep on going. If we're not, let me get you to bring that general over, general contractor, so we can kind of straighten up the
Which
potential.
is why they're there. It's a teaching school.
It's a teaching school. So we've got to be willing to kind of step out on that. And I'm not telling you what to do just because I'm suggesting it on TV in front of all these people who could hold your feet to that fire.
And we would love them to come to go to our website at YouthBuild at YouthBuildInlandEmpire.org and send us an email, and we will be more than glad to come out, look at a project, and discuss any type of opportunities that we can make some things happen here in the community of San Bernardino of the Inland Empire, as well as, because when we change the young people, we change the community. When we change the community, we change the young people, and that's what we're looking to do.
Now, that's really good. That's good. We have an opportunity to help expose the kids to different levels of work. We have the opportunity to upgrade the quality of life for some of our residents in the area, and all they've got to do is reach out to you and allow you guys to see if there is indeed something you can do to help them out. Give them that website again, and we're going to have it right there so people can see it. What is it?
It's YouthBuildInlandEmpire.org.
YouthBuildInlandEmpire.org. Excellent. I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
I think it's going to do well. And I didn't even say my house had to be the one they come to, right? Okay. You let them know that you have a house that you would like to have them come and work on. Those back steps, the fence. You probably have, like I do, an ugly mailbox. And I've been wanting to change that mailbox for some time. There are all type of little things that people can do to justify to them the donation that they need to provide to you, so that the kids, and that's where we are. At some point, we need to figure out how to stipend those kids so that they get another level of support, so they're as excited about coming to school as you are about having them show up.
Yes, sir.
Anything other than that we can do to be supportive? We want to do it. Tell us.
Well, we're always looking for sponsorship dollars. We're always looking for an opportunity because we like to get them out in the world, so to speak. We want to take them to dinners and banquets and these kind of things. We will be having a celebrity golf tournament coming up, and it'll be to raise funds for YouthBuild, and that'll be in June at Morongo. And it's our 23rd year through the Chamber of Commerce, but we will be using those funds to raise money for YouthBuild. Also, we will be doing a fashion show, and we have the big deal coming up in November, which is the film festival we'll be doing in Pomona. At the Pomona Mall. So we're looking at all of these different things of fundraisers.
Are your kids involved in making some
Yes,
films?
it's one of the things. I want to give you one of the videos. I'll shoot it to you so that you can see the last video that they made in their video production class.
How long was the video?
It was about 8 to 9 minutes.
Well, according to our crew here, we may be able to put that video actually on the Rialto network so people can see it.
I will make sure that you
and
get
we
it.
surely can do something with that on our West Side Story newspaper website.
Yeah, I will definitely give that to you. Make sure you get that. And these are young people that didn't know each other, wouldn't speak to each other.
Okay.
And the instructor, Sharice Rose, is our music teacher, and she's teaching them how to write music and how to blend the songs and these kind of things. And within one trimester, they had bonded, and African American, Hispanic kids, and Asian kids had gotten together because they were all grouped off before.
Yes.
And now they were grouped together in a video, and it was just an amazing thing to see put together. And if you've seen it from the beginning, it's like, wow. That's what people do. Music brings people together, but things and working together and seeing an accomplishment makes these young people want to do better. And when they're doing better, things are better in their lives. We've had some young people that have started businesses from YouthBuild.
Let's brag about your faculty, your staff
Yes.
there. Name the class and name the people that are over it if you can do that.
I have once again, D.
In case your
Goins.
memory's like mine, maybe you won't be able to do it, but go ahead.
D. Goins is our executive director, so she pretty much runs the school. I don't do nothing, walk around there and look good. That's
Very
what I
good,
do.
very good.
Yeah, so
And you do look well.
Miss D. Goins is our executive director. Miss Leona Wallace is our program director, and she gets the kids.
Oh, she related to you?
Yeah, she just happens to be my wife. She's
Okay, very
she's
good.
a half that makes me work.
Okay.
So she is the program director, and she gets the kids out to Let's Make a Deal and these shows, and gets them out into different things, and then helps bring in the program. She brought Sharice Rose music program in, which is Rising Star, and that's what gotten the kids into writing music and putting music together. She's also helping bringing in the TV production crew and creating these classes. And there's a sewing class, which is teaching them, the young ladies and young men.
Oh, I've got an idea for that class.
And then we have Alicia Gales, which is our home economics teacher, that comes in and teaches them, cooks a meal on Thursday, teaches them how to cook from scratch, and also teaches them to shop, and takes them to the grocery store and makes out a shopping list and talks to them about health and different types of food. So she does that. And Mr. Jones is our English teacher, and I'm losing our math teacher's
Okay, you
name
managed
down.
to do it.
Yeah.
You've stuffed us up beyond capacity. The half hour's up.
Yeah.
You've
And we have a host of volunteer teachers that come in and
Rich,
teach
you're going to
1
have to
hour a
wait
day.
till the next time.
Okay.
When
All
you
right.
bring me my interns.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll get a chance to spend more time. You guys
Thank
are
you
doing
so
a
much for
great
this, and I
job
really-
over there. I
yes,
really
sir.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
You are a great example. I'm going to be bringing you in for our interviews with our special production called Benevolent Capitalism. It has to do with what you're doing and what some of our other guests are doing, where we are putting projects together using our ability to understand the principles of capitalism and making money, and applying them to the needs of our community. Making money for our community, because we like to make money.
Like to make
for
money.
our community.
Yeah.
Some of us
Don't
love
make dollars
to
that
work.
don't make sense.
Well, some of us love to work,
Yeah, we do.
and
Yeah,
most of us realize that we can't spend all of the money
Yeah.
that's available out there. So I appreciate what you're doing. I support you in it, and our audience is going to support you too. So
All right.
once again, we appreciate you. And guys, I'm telling them that you appreciate them, and I'm sure you're going to demonstrate that by hitting that website and letting them know that you've got a little work around your house that you're not ashamed to pay a little bit for, and you'd like to let them have an opportunity to train themselves as they help clean up your little help needs. All right? This is Empire Talks Back. I'm Wallace Allen. We'll see you next time.